So today is 3rd of January and we started our trip on the 28th. 1 week we are traveling through the front lines and it's already been very long. 1 week is fully packed with meetings and seeing soldiers' reactions to the gifts we gave them. To me, it's very fulfilling because when I see people telling you really honestly from the bottom of their heart, you made their day. Like, I was in a very bad mood because of the heavy fighting, or there was one guy who mentioned, unfortunately, that one of their comrades was killed earlier in the day, and when we gave in the evening, we gave them the Secret Santa gifts, and they kind of we saw they were tired and they didn't show many emotions, but their feedback was, this literally saved my day. I was up to fall into complete kind of endless sadness and endless feeling of no hope, but with this gift you brought hope for the future, and this is super pleasant to hear. And I would love to for all of our Santas to somehow feel it, but we are trying to film videos, but I'm not sure the video will show it, but just so that you know, it's really super warm and super kind, and it's the highest concentration of gratitude and a sense of hope and trust in these people who are fighting here that I've ever feel throughout all the projects we deliver, even though we have bigger project with super big budgets, delivering technical aid, drones and stuff. By delivering this box with sweets and a book from Canada to a soldier here, I feel that the power of it is way bigger than by doing any other project, because it works on a very personal level. So to me it's really important, and I just wanted to say thanks to all of you who participated as Santas. You really touched the soldiers' hearts.
Дякую. 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 Просто шоколадка якась. Дякую велике.
Очі, що я хотів. Дуже дякую, Саня.
Те, що я хотів. Я в листі писав, що хотів би в ідеалі, щоб всі москалі зникли, То я думаю, може то і спільне якраз нас, йомаю. Спільне бажання. Дуже щиро дякую своєму Санті, який мені подарував такий чудовий годинник. Також хочу подякувати вам за організацію такого чуда невеличкого. Мрії збуваються. Це дуже приємно для нас, для військових, в таку сіру буденність, такі моменти невеличкі щастя. Ще раз вам дуже дякую.
We already So we have our Secret Santa group chat for Santas who were willing to communicate and network among themselves. And I already saw feedbacks from some of them that their soldier reach out to them. And I'm super happy because we try to give context whenever we can. We provided context of Santa to the soldier, and every time we give the gifts, we're like, please, if you feel like that, get back in contact, get back in touch with your Santa, because I truly believe this is what is important, the formations of these new connections and networking. And yes, some of the guys already wrote, some of them are worried because they don't speak good English. But we ensured them they could just use Google Translate. Not all of our Santas speak good English. These are people who speak many different languages. So just, don't worry. And I think more of them will reach out. And I hope maybe some of them will meet in person after a victory in Ukraine, or maybe on their vacation traveling abroad. I would be super pleased to know that some of these people actually met.
У нас є подарунки і такі листки. Тут є в цих конвертиках лист від вашого Санти, можливо, якщо вони його написали. І від нас такі короткі пояснення, там загальна інформація про проект. І в кінці самому контакти вашого Санти, якщо вони їх лишили. Це людина, яка конкретно вибрала ваш лист і вам подарувала подарунок. Тому вручаю вам ці чорні конвертики, і ви там вже собі дивіться. Тут пронумеровано все. А як нам перекласти потім цю реакцію?
Я перекладу.
Так, і емейл є.
Щодня переживають про українських захисників. Дорогі друзі, величезна вдяка тобі за ту важливу справу, яку ти робиш.
А що ви просили?
Я нічого не просив, вказував, що в мене є доня. Ось це доні.
А що то є?
Це ноутбук.
Вау.
Так як і просив.
Тепер буде
Давно мені ніхто нічого не дарив. Дякую.
Має бути прикольно, не розповідати.
Ні, ну я йому точно не пишу.
To me, the nicest part is that people get to know that there are people abroad who actively support them. Meaning, it's not just Ukrainians in this fight, but the whole world is involved, and they are so pleased and surprised to learn that everyone outside of Ukraine, they are actively following the warfare and thinking and praying for the Ukrainian soldiers. So for them, I think it's a very surprising and touching moment.
Had close family in Karelia that used to be at a part of Finland.
Що це можна? Так. О, ну, тут просто фішка в чому, що у мене є ботинки, а от у мене у дружини ботинок немає. А я дуже хочу їй на лижі поставити.
Це для неї?
Так, це для неї. Вау.
So we had to plan our trip, and Euro did that, to meet every person. Of course, it's not possible to meet every of them because some of them are on missions, but like we contacted every person and tried to arrange a meeting with them. And I think it is super important because like it means a lot when somebody comes to you, even at your like small village close to your positions, when you expand your like rest in your like stay while you're on service, because this is the point. Like we don't want these soldiers to feel forgotten and to feel abandoned. So we don't want just to like send it to them by post. We want to go and meet them, even though there is like one soldier and we have to drive like 2 hours to meet them. We will do it because it is the point of this trip. That's why it's so long and extended. It will last. It's probably the longest frontline trip we had so far. Because this is our priority, that's why we are here, that's why we came, that's the point. So I don't want anyone to feel kind of alone during holidays, especially if we have a personal gift for these guys prepared personally for them, which means they are not alone like by default if they have this.
Ви реально офігенні.
Це не ми, це Санти.
Santa, 10-4. Actually, I can't believe even in so miracle big one. My English is not so good, but I try to say it. Thank you very much. It's really coolest gift for a Merry Christmas.
What's it?
It's Delta 3 bucks for guys on positions, which can work without generator more than 12 hours.
Obviously, in each and every war, soldiers feel like they are left out, always. So I think this is a great project to boost their morale. And also just to complement what Irina said, I think there is a great strategic long-term impact between for connecting Ukrainian soldiers with the rest of the world on a personal level. It would make a very lasting impact strategically for Ukraine, since many people in the West, they are so inclined to hear and learn about Ukraine, about what's going on, about its people. And I think forming those personal connections, straight connections, I think is extremely important. And if we would be able to get, let's say, one Ukrainian soldier on his vacation to go meet his Santa somewhere in Europe or in the United States or whatever, I think that would be a great victory for all of us and a great victory for Ukraine.
That's why it's hard. So far, on average, we've slept maybe like 3.5 or 4 hours per day during this last week, because every time like we travel throughout the day, we have all these meetings, and in the end we come to some place to our military to spend the night at, and we didn't see them for months, so of course we want to sit down and talk. And we start sitting down and talking, and it's endless. And we end up like saying it's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and we have to go to sleep because the next day we have to wake up at 6 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. because we have a fully packed schedule. So it is hard, but today we've slept, I think, like 7 hours or something. So we are super refreshed and ready to go to our next locations.
Якраз те, що я просив.
Це те, що я хотів.
Тримай.
So we are driving on our way to Zaporizhia now after delivering a gift to Simba, and we found him in a small village in Zaporizhia direction. And Simba was super happy to receive his AirPods. He opened the gift and he asked like, is this original or is this like Chinese or something? You're like, no, bro, stay calm, it's original. And then he opened the letter from his Santa. I think it was Esther, a great friend of our charity, but he didn't speak English, so he was struggling to read it, and he said he'll translate later on when he has some time on his own to read it. So he was happy. We were lucky to see him smile. We asked a couple of questions about their work and how far from the zero line they work, and one guy was mad about this question because he was like, what is the zero line in your head? Like it's now a big like gray zone, which is dangerous. And actually they said like the position they have now, it's located, like if you open Deep State, which is a popular service showing the battlefield, he mentioned that their position is like inside the occupied territory, so it's deeper than the red line. So for them, this question was kind of tricky, and they were a little bit angry because they work from really close to the Russian fighters, and it was really like a slap in the face to talk to them, just to remind ourselves actually who we are helping and that they do really dangerous work every day. And I was just thinking and reflecting on this project because again, it's not a typical one, and I was thinking about the budget of this project because this year we are tremendously bigger than the last year. Last year we had under 50 letters, and this year it's 3 times more. And when we were calculating the total donated amount of money, it was over $100,000, which is huge. And it's not even all gifts, because I think around 40 gifts were delivered by people to us. So we didn't buy anything. We didn't handle donations. We just received the gift at our office. So the total budget of this project is crazy. It's like our fundraiser that is considered big if it's over 100K. And to me, this means a lot because it's operationally very hard. And if we translate this into hryvnias, Ukrainian hryvnias from dollars, it will be around 5 million hryvnias. It's hard to comprehend these numbers for me, to be honest. So I'm super proud of this. But at the same time, it's super hard to do this project, and it's a moment of appreciation for our wonderful, great team, including you, by the way, who's filming. To all of you who made this project possible, because it's not easy. It's not like buying, 10 EcoFlows of the same type from the same seller. It's buying 150 different gifts, including many different items, most of which were super specialized military items. Some of them we didn't even find in Europe. We were like buying stuff from the US, and the logistics took weeks to get to us. Some of them we found in European shops and retailers or some very specialized stores. So our guys are not that simple, and they asked for very specific things, but they were super happy to receive them, especially those connected to drones. It's like, I don't have an idea of what this is antenna for, but the guy who opened it, he was like, wow, where did you get it? I can't believe it's true. So it was really like a Christmas miracle. So this project is way bigger. It's hard for me to imagine if we have to do this next year, what will it look like? But we are almost done at this point. We only have Zaporizhia, then Kherson, Mykolaiv, and then a couple of meetings in Vinnytsia region for those guys who are now out of positions and out of shifts. And this will be it. And I am, starting to reflect on this. And in the end, I think every team member is happy, even though we are tired, because of all of these emotions and smiles.
Це так круто!
So this is a letter. It's quite big. I'll read it. Certainly, it's from Canada. Okay, let's see. Pack of shoes. Okay. It's a nice, really nice pack of shoes that I really wanted because it's always wet outside. This is a great project, and I wish all of the Santas to have a great trip going ahead. And I think, well, it makes great impact for all of the soldiers, for their morale. I hope you make it good.
That's all I think about this trip. So we just had our final meeting with the last recipient of the Secret Santa gift. Well, to be honest, we have 3 more gifts in the back of our van because we didn't meet those people because they weren't able to meet us. They were on positions, and we will send the gifts later. But we just had our final meeting with a journalist, and we gifted him a knife he wanted because he collects knives, and we gifted him a Sony PlayStation for the little guy. He didn't believe it, he couldn't believe it, so when he opened this box he was smiling like a kid because he really didn't expect this gift, and he immediately said, I just wrote down like the wish for the Sony PlayStation because like, why not? You asked me to write my dreams, but I never expected I will actually receive it. So it was very cool to watch. And in the end, we are super tired, both emotionally and physically, as we head back home. Now we will say bye to Arina, and she will wait for 3 hours for her delayed train. Probably delayed because of some Russians destroying some of our infrastructure. But she will get back to Kyiv, and we will get back to Lviv and have some sleep at homes, and I hope in the coming days we'll be able to reflect on everything we did, because it's been a great journey, very special, very different from all the other trips we have. I still need time to process everything, all the emotions they had, but it's super pleasant. So yeah, we are heading home to have some rest.
Bye. I will do my best.
Це останній кадр, будь ласка.